Guys, it's Team FRU here with another deck profile from our teammate Josh. So Josh, tell us what you did and what place you got at the Rosemont Regional.
I got first place at this weekend's Rosemont Regional, and it was pretty lit.
Very nice. So let's start this. What you got for us?
I was playing Pendulum Magician. It's the best deck, obviously. Starting the list off, we played 3 Astro, 1 the Star, self-explanatory.
If only there were a way we could see the cards better.
You're right.
Try and stand your eyes upside down.
Hey, perfect.
And the 1 special. It was actually funny. One time on my opponent, I activated this in scale, activated his effect. They activated Maxi, and I just placed this in scale, and I passed turn. It was not plus enough me off of Maxi. But those, and then these here. I played this at 3 because I wanted to max out seeing these cards as my starter engine, and also seeing these cards in multiples help you out boards. So if you make the first Electrum and they like out it for some reason, you can easily make a second one. But you gotta draw multiple of these, and this is honestly not bad. Even if it's once per duel, it's a dark monster level 4, and it's a 7 scale. That's it for the starter cards. For the magicians, we play triple double R's. It's unsleeved because I plan a new deck. It doesn't require this because it's banned. Rip.
Yeah, who needs double hires?
3 wisdom. This is the best scale to draw because it's any scale, and I ripped this card so many times when I needed it, and it came in clutch. Triple purple poison. I felt like the scale effect was really good if I just wanted to end with or like bait out stuff for my opponent, just running over like problematic cards and stuff like that. Triple harmonizing. I honestly wasn't expecting to put this in the scale a lot, but it came up a lot, being able to boost up my Electrum if I didn't have like a lot of plays. So they couldn't just tough run it over or agent run it over, and being able to have my Helix, or not Helix, Electrum survive. And most builds don't play the White Wing, but it comes in clutch when you have this and you have Chronograph, because all you do is you special summon Chronograph and you special summon this. It actually happened in the last round in game 3. I was able to out Sleeper. I pretty much Chronograph special this, normal summon Joker, search Wisdom, and then use this and Joker to make Ignister. And Ignister does not target, so it goes through Last Resort and Spiral Resort. So that was really good to bait out the Sleeper, and then you just play Yu-Gi-Oh at that point. And yeah. Then I play 2 Oath Dragon Magician. This card is very important at 2 because you special summon off harmonizing a lot to make Naruto, and also being able to just constantly add cards in your hand is really good. Yeah. And then we play the 3 Joker. Rip this card.
The 3-band card.
This card was really, really good. It unbreak my hand a lot, and it's just the best normal summon this deck can possibly have.
Ooh, Stratus got a friend now.
And then a lot of people, I play 1 Sork and then 1 Dissolver. I decided to play with Dissolver instead of Absolute because 1, my action deck was a little tight, and I decided to cut Absolute the last minute for Helix for Reaper target and play this. And then this also does come in clutch when you use it with Chronograph and special summon it Dissolver. It's a free Vortex, and also it has a battle effect. So if a monster you battles and this is in your hand, you can special summon this, and that monster won't be destroyed by battle. And then this just is a free like 26 beater. So you can enter battle, just attack a random monster and just special this, and then you can either go for Vortex or you can go for Electrum play and
continue
just play
battle
it.
after special, right?
And
But
yeah,
you still take the damage.
Hand traps, I played 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, and 1 Maxi. Ripped this card. I ripped this card on so many people today. I am sorry. I do apologize because
I heard you ripped it in your final round too.
I also ripped. Yeah, I ripped it in the final round
Against someone.
in game 3. I opened this card and I just knew I was gonna win. Yeah. Most builds in the Pendulums only play a maximum 4 Ogres in the side, just 3 Ash and 1 Maxi. My theory was if I cannot play on my opponent's turn, I probably will be losing because the nutty boards they're able to make. So I wanted to stop my opponents to make nutty boards with hand traps. And sometimes even if I can't play, if I draw multiple hand traps, my opponent still can't play. That's it for the monsters.
But before we end the monsters, how many monsters in the main deck total?
38.
38. And tell me, sir, what do you think about the viability of super heavy samurais this format?
Oh, they suck. But
that's the deck you're playing, right?
Yeah, a bunch of pin monsters. Every Spiral player, I played 3 Spiral players. They never guessed wrong ever because we were only playing 4 non-monsters in the deck. But yeah, spells, 2 Duelist Alliance, and 1 Star Pendulum Guy. I've seen people play 2 of this card. I just feel like it's only good turn 1. And then people like don't really like focus on this. Like they focus on Electrum and like the trap. And like this card is like, okay, recursion. But like after turn 1, after you make the broken board, it's like, okay, they won't be able to play, so there most likely won't be a turn 2. And then 1 trap. I kept this at 1 because I didn't want to constantly open. Like this card is like good to open if you draw it. This card is okay. When you open, it contributes to bricking. And I didn't want to play more than 1.
Did you brick?
I bricked once out of the whole tournament.
Was it against me?
No. The rest of the matches, it was just okay. Simple board was like okay, Electrum, Astro, Set Trap with a Magician, and then like hand trap in hand. And yeah, that's it for the main deck. For the extra, you can do. We played
1 field center.
Yeah, the best field center. Team FRU. We played 2 Electromite. I felt like I didn't need to play 3. Because Omega is a card to shuffle this card back. I did it multiple times. And also, sometimes you don't need to make more than 1 to use its effect because I play the fusion to copy. So if you don't need if you just need the pop to add, you just use the fusion. But if you need another second link summon effect to place a pendulum from the deck to the extra, then you have to make a second one. So just 2 of these. 1 Decode Talker, because it's Decode Talker. It helps against the mirror. Setting this up so if they like have Cosmic Cyclone for your trap, you'll be able to like negate it and stuff like that. 1 Sayu Dread. I didn't make this too much in the deck. It was good when I summoned it. I was like already winning. And the whole regional, I never did the +4. Draw 4 then put back 3 because it wasn't necessary. This
Only
was just
made for the special from hand.
Yeah, this was just for if I special for a Dissolver for the combo. The combo is pretty much with this Naruto, Vortex, and Omega ripping a card in hand with a set trap. And if you get lucky, you get a hand trap. So a lot of this structures. 1 Helix for Reaper target, obviously. And 1 on the Clock Taker. I only made this card once in the whole regional, but in theory, this card was good because if I'm in a grind game with my opponent, I would rather summon this card than the Helix. So late game, if I need to go off, I'll actually have Helix. And this card helps run over cards, monsters, because you have a monster it points to, and then you target a monster your opponent controls, and it lose that tag. So that's really good. That's it for the links. Synchros, 1 Omega, 1 Cluing, and 1 Ignister. This is just non-toggle shuffle. This is Raigeki, and it's rip cards. Funny story about this card here. Round 4, I believe. That's why I actually got my draw for the regional. But I could have won if I used the Starving Venom, made Starving Venom, copy Omega, and rip 2 cards out of my opponent's hand. Because he battle favored me for the last turn, and I couldn't do enough. Like I couldn't do damage, so I wound up losing.
And what deck was that?
Grand Manju Necroface Turbo. And it was funny because when I used the 1 Omega, I ripped the Necroface, so I banished actual 5 too, off the top of my deck.
Legit.
So yeah, he's Swift Scarecrow, and then Dollar Favor in time. So he was top decking at that point, and he was top decking the right cards.
Pretty meta relevant.
And I got the draw, but that was fine because we planned on winning the regional anyway. For the Exceeds, we play one Dorito because it's Spell Negate. It's the main card you make for out to evenly and other important cards. Tornado Dragon because Trick Stars and Rogue decks are a problem. And it's really good against Spiral hitting their field spell. Time Star, this card was really good, being able to add Chrono or Astral to continue playing, making combos. And it's just like, or you can use it to add like Wisdom Eye for like next turn plays and then skill with the trap.
Did the effect to save your scales or pendulum guys come up that often?
It did not actually. I actually used another card. I used the Time Gazer, this here, to save a lot. So good Pendulum Magician players, after game 1, will be summoning this card and actually keeping it, so it protects against Wavering Eyes for 4, because it only destroys if they have scale here, and it's like 4 scales. They Wavering Eyes, only 2 gets destroyed, only their 2, because this protects only once for both scales. So I would summon this here just in case if they had Wavering Eyes, they couldn't Wavering for 4. So yeah. But yeah, that's only used it for the add effect. And then one Maguska. I have mixed feelings about this. I did summon it a couple times when I didn't have like anything else to, but like this deck can just play through Maguska. It's just not even funny. But other decks really can't. But it's still a good card, but not as useful as it used to be. That's it for the Exceeds, and then Fusion is 1 Vortex and 1 Star Venom. Negate and then copying the effect, which is really good. You can actually copy this to be negate too.
Did you
If
ever
you
do
want
that?
to. I actually didn't, but in testing it was good.
In theory, it's pretty
That's it for the main side or extra side. 3 Reaper. This card was clutch against every Spiral player and every bad Magician player. The only time I was afraid of this card not actually doing its job was against my last round opponent. Because I knew he played an extra engine that just said this was useless.
Those are not mine. So
Did you still side it in against him?
I did, and I actually in game 3, while I was cobbling, I was able to just Reaper. So just in case if I messed up, he was not going to be able to go to the Spiral engine. So yeah, just check. 3 side blocker. This card is crazy. I would side this card going in first, and then sometimes second, depending on the matchup, but this is mostly for Spiral. I ripped this off my second Spiral match. In game 3, I made Sayu Dread with this, Naruto, and Vortex, and I call obviously Super Agent. So with this card here, if you call Super Agent, your opponent cannot even use the card with the name Super Agent to attack, can't use it for effects, and it's just like nutty. You just continue looping this effect. Even if this card gets sent to the graveyard somehow, or destroy battle, or card effects, whatever, you summon Starving Venom, and then you can just copy and just continue just constantly loop. And it's level 4, so it's good for rank. Cosmic Cyclone, I have not sided this card all regional. I felt like I didn't need it, and it just wasn't needed, obviously, for me. And 3 Wavering Eyes. A lot of people was telling me I should be maining this. I argued that I should be siding this because while I'm looking at Wavering Eyes in my hand going second, my opponent is making an impenetrable board that normally has 1 spell or trap negate. So this will be useless. I felt like this would have been a hand trap. My opponent will not ever be able to make the board. I only sided this going first against the mirror. And sometimes second if my opponent was bad, but only going first because I just felt like it was like a really good clutch card. I feel like if I didn't open very well, so and then for the last 3 evenly match, because it's evenly match, I sided in almost every game, but I never drew it, so I never evenly. And yeah, that's it.
Before we end the profile, anything you would have changed about the deck?
Just a Sayu Jet. I probably could have put in something a little better as utility. And probably swap out something for the Cosmic Cyclones because I never cited it. Honestly, probably Unending Nightmare to have a better matchup going first against Pendulums. Or maybe Effect Veiler for better hand traps instead of Ash versus the mirror. And yeah.
All right. Any shout outs before we end?
I like to shout out Team FRU, the best team in the Chicagoland. I like to shout out sponsor, World Champs, Pete. He's a great person. He changed all of our lives. And I like to shout out my girlfriend for supporting me. I like to shout out my brother for supporting me and all the great teammates and friends I have.
All right. Thank you very much. Team FRU signing out.